What is up, everybody? All of you greetings, programs, ethereal grid warriors, lore liberators, analog archaeologists. Welcome to Theta of Nerd Archaeology, where the dig side of forgotten storytelling is uncovered and the soul of storytelling is still out there, buried beneath the noise. But when the lore levels rise, the dig begins and we unveil those legends to preserve that lore. And today we're going to be talking about some situations that are going on with protecting physical media, but how it's affecting the YouTube creator side of things. It's not good, but we do have a couple of theories and some things that we want to talk about, but I want to introduce to you the head in the jar. It gives the greatest head in the jar, KJ Cowboy Dan.
Oh, yeah. Always wet and sloppy in this jar. But I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing good, Theta.
Yeah. Again, I'm sorry about the issue yesterday with the internet. Hopefully it's not doing anything funky tonight. Hopefully y'all are being able to hear us fine. And I know there might be a little bit of lag between me and KJ, but I think that it'll be all right. As you all know, you can keep the channel alive. And let's see, let me put this graphic up like one of those old World War II, World War I advertisements to keep the channel alive, and you can click this QR code to help keep the channel alive and donate. And other than that, you know what to do. And here
I told Theta that this little logo, this advertisement reminds me of those Uncle Sam, we want you to join, one of those military advertisements.
Exactly.
Definitely join the nerd archaeology army, the archaeologists digging for truth.
The analog anomaly archaeologists, please consider becoming a member. And if you don't become a member, just support the channel. Leave a like and subscribe. Share it out to as many people as possible. If you don't like the show, leave a dislike. It helps the engagement too. So either way, it's a win-win. So just any engagement at all, just being here, it helps the channel grow. So thank you so much for all you being here on the Twitter and YouTube Rumble side, and on KJ's side on Facebook and Kick as well. And this is a little thing I put together, but I do want to thank all my members that are here. I need to make a new graphic for this because we did get 10 new members this month. So I do need to add a lot of names on here. So here you go. Thank you so much for your support out there. And this is another graphic that I made. Well, what are you waiting for? Preserve the lore, because the dig never ends, and I'm just getting started. And I'm just getting started. I'm not going to give up, and I'm going to be putting out 2 videos a week. I'm going to bust my ass and make sure that I keep giving y'all good content and growing and giving y'all better content each week. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. Orphan Zane sends in $5. I, Theta, would like to declare rabbits superior to cats in every way, from their pointy ears to their fluffy tails. These are my true feelings. I hear you. Can we just settle on they're both equally amazing? Because I love bunnies too. I love rabbits too. I'm not not a hater. I love all animals, and I used to have a couple of rabbits myself. So I love the rabbits, but my spirit animal, I can't deny, is a domestic cat. That's just how I am. I've have 9 lives. I feel I'm on my 5th one right now. So hopefully we can keep that going. Orphan Zane has been a member for 18 months. I'm glad that you have finally admitted that theta. I never denied it, but yeah, I love rabbits. I used to have 2 of them. It's been a while, but yeah, I love those things. Those are so adorable. They got along great with my cats as well. So I think that we can agree to disagree that they're both amazing animals. They're both very, very fine creatures. So here you go, brother.
Your tribute fuels the beast inside. Super chat you can't deny. Thank you, human, for the gold. Your hand feeds chaos uncontrolled. Tribute pain, I rule the land. Bow to thee, oh, understand.
I'm just kidding. That was just a joke. Okay, here you go. I'll play your hair, Jordan.
From stormy fields to shadowed lairs, no wind clip or shall foul these snares. Let tyrants tremble at my might. Beware the rabbit's lantern light. Keep this coffin born alive. Cast your super chat, keep this coffin born alive. Drop your super chat, keep this coffin born alive. Chat your super chat, keep this coffin born alive.
Thank you so much, Orphan Zane, for supporting the channel. You rock, man. Thank you, everybody, for being a member and supporting the channel, leaving a like. Be sure to make sure that you leave a like. Be sure of that. And yes, share this out to as many people as you possibly can. And let's talk about this situation, because this is going to be affecting a lot of people. But first, I want to go ahead and welcome everybody in the chat. We have Captain Giratina, who has probably already started his Transformers stream, which I would love to talk about Transformers. I'm sorry that I missed it. I'll go back and watch it and leave a comment on your show. Captain Giratina, you're awesome, and thank you for supporting the channel. Jamie Lynn Simmons also says hi. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good this week. And we also have DJ Play Nice in the chat, reminding everybody that if this is your first time watching, welcome in. Hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. And now is a good time to share out the show, send it to a friend, or post a bump on your own YouTube channel in the community tab, or on Rumble in the repost section. You can always do that. I could always use more subscribers and interaction engagement on the YouTube side. On the Rumble side. So let me find the link to the Rumble side. So if you're not a supporter of the Rumble side, you can go over there and hit the subscribe button over there and maybe leave a comment. It would be awesome to be able to get all of the things that they make you do every month to be, stay a partner on their side. So, if I get enough watch hours over there from people and enough comments and do some ad reads and stuff like that, it looks good for my channel, and they try to help out. So the more people supporting over there, the better too. So if y'all want to go and support over there, that would be awesome. And leave a comment and just get some engagement going, reposting. And then DJ Play Nice says, make sure that your subscription is active after that the alert bell is set to all. YouTube can get squirrely. And yes, I have lost a couple of subscribers this week. Not a big deal, but make sure that you're still subscribed to the channel, because YouTube can do that. So DJs also says, if you have a question for me, the host, drop a comment with a question emoji in the chat. Yes, I'd love to answer your questions, and I hope that we can discuss what's going on, especially if you're a YouTube content creator or thinking about doing it in the future. Now is the best time to start doing it, because in the near future, it's not gonna be a very high probability that you'll even be able to try to do it. So we'll get into that just a little bit. But Orphan Zane is sending in the $5 super chat, and also being a member for 18 months. And rabbits are amazing. They are so adorable. Yes, I agree with you. Lombardi 1969. Greetings to Theta of Nerd Archaeology, Jamie Lynn Simmons, and Orphan Zane, and KJ Cowboy Dan. Thank you very much, Lombardi from 1969, for being here and supporting the channel. You rock, man. Thank you for everything. And everybody, if y'all want to go ahead and get into it, we can start by talking about this article right here. I'll start talking about this, and then we can get into your thoughts on this, KJ. And let me share the screen, the tab. Okay, so this is a blog that was written by Zaid Akulia, something like that, founder and CEO of Overseer OS. And it says, the old creator model was simple: one person, one camera, one idea, one upload. That still works for some creators, but it's no longer the only serious model. And in 2026, the best YouTube creators are starting to operate less like hobbyists and more like small-time media studios. They still need creativity, taste, personality, and audience instinct, but behind the scenes, they also need research systems, production pipelines, packaging workflows, quality control, analytics review, and repeatable formats, which is very true. It's very difficult to put these streams on, and it's much harder to make a 25-minute long theory video with the research and editing, trying to make it as professional as possible. That's why you haven't seen many of those from me lately, because I just haven't had the time. But I need to, even if I don't sleep one of these nights, I need to make time and just get these videos start pumping out, so that YouTube will throw it out to some more people in other groups to come over here and give my channel a chance in this small, tiny, little bitty place on the internet, for now anyway. As the creator as studio, that is the creator as studio model. It does not mean every creator needs a big team. It means every serious creator needs a system, which is very true. A solo creator can run like a studio. A faceless YouTuber operator can run like a studio. A personal brand can run like a studio. A small content team can run like a studio. The difference is not headcount. It's not the head count. It is a now I lost my place. The difference is how the work is organized. A creator makes videos. A creator studio builds repeatable content, builds a repeatable content machine and a brand. I'm adding that myself. But you need a brand for your content. You need something that automatically, when people see the image, they think, "Oh, that's this content creator." That's why I rarely ever change my avatar. It's my Theta coin. You know, the Theta coin. I made it in Blender. It's my own personal creation. You know, when you see it, that is Theta of Nerd Archaeology, or Theta Zord, like I started out, or Theta of the Grid, as you once knew. But anyway, that machine knows how to find winning topics, validate demand, package ideas, write scripts, and produce videos, review performance, and turn lessons into the next upload. This guide breaks down how the creator as studio model really works, why it matters in 2026, and how YouTubers can build a studio level workflow without losing creativity. So the key takeaways here: the creator as studio model means treating your channel as a small media company, which is what we're going to get into, because that's exactly what YouTube is starting to try to promote and try to really weed out the smaller content creators that aren't treating their channels as a brand or as a small media company, because they want to turn themselves into like a Netflix or an Amazon Video type of brand. They don't want to be seen anymore as a place that the town square can come and just make funny videos and just share their thoughts, or just walk around the streets pointing their camera at stuff that they think is funny, stuff like that. They want to be seen as a professional, bit like a professional movie studio or TV studio, and that's what they're trying to do. We haven't been able to find the articles about it, but it was from Clownfish TV's websites, and as of 2028, they are talking about us as the content creators having to rent the digital space to just be able to put videos or live streams on their website. So that's—
Can I pause you for a second?
Yes, you sure can.
Yes, as of 2028, they want to do this. Now, this is, mind you, Clownfish TV reported a leak back during the right before the mass demonetizations that we saw on YouTube. We're going to be getting into this here during the stream as well, but this leak was a very valuable leak, because the leaker, everything that the leaker said so far has come true. And a lot of these stuff that we're going to cover is speculative, as well as leaks. Now, you can't guarantee like the leaks are going to be all accurate, especially with the way things are going right now. With the way YouTube is going, it is almost pay to play in a certain degree, because we're paying with our time creating videos.
And if I could actually interject, I would argue that it already is in some degrees. So
right, exactly, and also with the continuous boost in ads that you're seeing, and we're going to cover on that. It's since the pandemic, the ads that are being pushed our way have hit 4 times fold than what they were. It used to be you used to get so many ads every 10 to 15 minutes. Now you're getting ads every 5 minutes. And they are working very much like television, giving you consistent advertising, even
Exactly.
advertising on unmonetized channels that don't get ad revenue are still getting ads. And there are reasons for this, and we'll get into that a little later on in the show.
Exactly. And just like KJ was saying about the ads becoming more frequent, I don't know if you're noticing, but I actually have my ads set to conservative, the lowest amount of ads on my stream. So count how many by the end of the show, count how many ads that you've seen throughout this show and put them in the chat or in the comment section after the stream. Let me know how many advertisements you've seen, because I want to know what the difference is using the conservative section of the YouTube advertisements for all of y'all, because I want you to be able to watch the channel and the show as much as possible, especially this one, because it affects all of the content creators and everybody that loves to watch TV on YouTube or videos on YouTube. I mean, there's so much on YouTube, do-it-yourself videos. There's stuff that, educational, entertainment, comedy, which is also entertainment, but political, obviously, religious, and there's such a wide range of content on YouTube, and that's why I like YouTube. But it really sucks that this model is being even considered, much less actually implemented, if the leaks are correct. Because
based off of what I've been able to see, it's not that it's being that the leaks, if they're being considered, because it seems like they already have been. They're just slowly being implemented one piece at a time.
Yeah,
and
I'm just trying to use like law speak. Like, I don't want to
absolutely. We're not spreading false information. That's the reason why I gave the asterisks. A lot of this is leaks and what we've been able to see with our own plain eyes. You're going to be able to, a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about, you can Google on your own. I would recommend not using Google, because Google does own YouTube, and they've been suppressing a lot of the information.
DuckDuckGo is the most secure search engine out there, from the research that I've done. And
you can even use use Grok and Twitter, because a lot of what we've been seeing from content creators is on Twitter.
Is supposed to be the most secure. My friend Brett, maybe I shouldn't have even said his name, but anyway, he works at he does cybersecurity for the he does cybersecurity for the government. And basically he tests the security of systems and stuff like that. And he's basically told me that's the most secure search engine, and you're going to get the best results with DuckDuckGo. That's why when you reminded me before the show about DuckDuckGo, I was like, oh, no, duh. But anyway, I'll go ahead and continue with this. The creator as studio model means treating your channel like a small media company, which you should do anyway, but that's what's going to be the bar from now on. If you're not treating it like a studio, like a production studio, then they're going to hunker down on your channel, and you're going to get the boot, because they want to be seen by
potentially
as somebody that has potential, that has the creativity and the drive to produce content, and entertaining content at that, on a regular basis, very concisely. So anyway, the channel like a small media company with repeatable systems for research, packaging, scripting, production, publishing, and analytics, which actually is good for me, because I spent 10 years and I have my own business. By the way, I always forget doing this, but I also have my own copywriting company. It's called Infinite Possibilities Copywriting. So if you have a business or an idea where that you want to sell a product, or you have a hobby where you sell stuff, I do web pages and help social media, and I drive up the sales, I've actually had consecutive people telling me, and I've seen the analytics where I've had companies grow their income from their business by 900 to 1200% every month. So if you want somebody to work with you on a business idea, and you have something that you're selling already, or you have something that you're thinking about doing in the future, I know Sean Carter was talking about something like that with me at one point. That's what I'm doing with this lady, ghostwriting, her book in a way, and doing stuff with her. So if you like, if you have an idea like that, then go ahead and contact me on X, and we can talk about it and see where you're at, and if you want to do something like that. But that's what I've done. I've had mentors that work with Nordstrom's, Walmart, all very big companies, basically. So and one of them actually ghost wrote. I can't say which president's ex-president's name, but ghost wrote their memoirs. I guess I can say his memoirs because there hasn't been a lady president yet. His memoirs. He ghost wrote his memoirs, and several other people of high stature's memoirs. So I've had significant training in that area. But anyway, that's why I think that I have a upper hand when it comes to the repeatable systems for research, packaging, scripting, production, publishing, and analytics and stuff. Anyway, you do not need a large team to operate like a studio. You need clear roles, workflows, standards, and feedback loops. The biggest shift is moving from what video should I make to what production system helps us repeatedly make better videos. That's a big key. Because that's the big key here. Is it's not about the content so much as how it looks. If it's production quality,
how it look, how it run,
exactly
how it looks and how it runs. We've been looking at this on the backside of the studio, for us as a team over here at Nerd Archaeology, and we've been looking at whether or not we're going to have to be able to continue using Streamyard because of the expenses. We're looking at what AIs we can use to continue making bumper videos and some fun little graphics, because the assets that we're talking about here, they do cost a little bit of money. It's another thing that I have in my notes later that we're going to cover a little later, is like what kind of tools and assets that we use in order to make our studio run. Now, we are small creators. We are small, low budget creators, which means you hear us all the time constantly shilling and asking for a little bit of help monetarily, because the channel not only
it makes me feel so dirty. I'm so sorry that,
but we have to do it. We have to do it because because it's not just YouTube, which looks like to some people as a free place to be. And I'm going to get into that on my little monologue here a little later. But we have to ask because we have assets on the side from in order to make this stuff happen. We have to pay for the stage, so that way me and Theta can be on the same place together. Otherwise, Theta has to record a conversation with me off
stream,
and then edit it, and then we can't hang out with Jamie Lee Simmons and chat if we did it that way. We can't hang out with Orphan
Sig, or DJ Play Nice,
or even FKHC,
or Gunner,
we want to be here with you guys.
Yeah.
And so these are assets that we use in our studio, and these cost us a little bit of backup.
And luckily, last year I was doing a little bit better, and I had a little bit of money. So when it came time to redo I was able to get out of a contract for my phone with my mom and my brother, where I was paying $234 a month just to have all three of our phones. So I finished paying off my phone. I got it unlocked. By the way, AT&T is a BITCH when it comes to trying to unlock your phone. You have to jump through so many hoops. They do not want you to own your phone after you've paid it off. But anyway, I got it done, and I went to Mint Mobile and I paid $180 for an entire year. So my phone is paid for an entire year. My vidIQ, I got a really good deal. I think I got 80% off. So I paid like $60 for an entire year. My Movavi, which is another reason why I need to start making videos, because I repaid for an entire year of my Movavi systems editing software for videos and screen capture and just all that stuff. So I need to start making videos and make it worthwhile and get on that. So luckily I have all that paid for, but now I'm in a quandary of just paying for the basic essentials. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about let's finish this real quick.
Orphan Zane says, don't feel bad about shilling any, because he understands.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. But it does make me feel bad, because I'm the type of guy that I want to go around helping other people. And I had a conversation with Gunnar about this. Like it makes me feel dirty to do it, but to survive, I have to, I have to share these graphics and make these videos and stuff like that to help promotes this channel and help people, remind people that this is the only way that keeps the channel alive. With viewers like you, it's only possible that this channel still exists. So I want to thank all of you very much for even being here and supporting the channel, leaving a like if you can, or dislike if you don't like the content, leaving a comment after the show. All that stuff helps so much, you don't even understand. Even just being here watching this, it helps tremendously. So thank you so much. But anyway, let's finish this article. You do not need a large team to operate like a studio. You need clear roles, workflow standards, and feedback loops, which is you. You're the feedback loop out there. I need to hear from y'all. I need to hear what you like, what you didn't like, what I can improve. I need to see in the analytics a recurring theme. What videos are doing better than others. How many. How much watch time are videos, videos on certain topics getting, so that I can avoid that topic if it's, if people are just like bouncing out immediately, like to help the channel grow. Like I know I know there's a lot of channels that you want to watch, but really helping the channel out is like watching the shows all the way through without changing it to a different channel, because that's considered a bump. That's considered from YouTube a channel that people want to go away from. They watch it and then they say, oh, this isn't entertaining enough, we need to go to another channel. Even if you come back, they still will count you as somebody that had left the channel and came back. But anyway, the feedback loops. Y'all are the feedback loops, and I need your support to tell me what you like, what you don't like, and a part of the production quality and the branding and stuff. I don't know. I'm sure you've noticed, but all of my thumbnails lately have started to look very similar to each other. So that way, when people are just scrolling past, they'll see a thumbnail of mine and they'll say, and their brains will just automatically click and think to themselves, oh, that looks like a theta of the nerd archaeology video. Let me see what it's about, or something like that. So that's why, like, I'm keeping to the brand of my theta of nerd archaeology channel, with my avatar and my thumbnails and stuff like that. So anyway, The biggest shift is moving from what video should I make to what production system helps us repeatedly make better videos. Personal creators need a studio system to protect their time and scale their ideas without losing their voice. Faceless channels need a studio system to avoid generic output. Yeah. Generic output, random visuals, weak scripts, and inconsistent quality. AI makes the creator as studio model more accessible, which it does. It's really helped keep the channel easier to maintain, and making the thumbnails and stuff like that.
There are a lot of AI tools that we use for kind of like storyboarding and scripting
too. Yeah.
Well, the intro videos, the music, the storyboarding, in certain areas, particularly when you do pre-records, the scripting helps us with our sentence structure and a few other things. A lot of us weren't exactly straight A students, believe it or not, when we went to school. So we still, there are a lot of us who still have some reading issues, and some of us who still have some spelling issues.
Even read generic.
Well, to be fair, the font is kind of small. And then we're also old, and so we can't see. Some of us are old, and Thea's much older than me. Joking. I'm joking.
I know,
and so, our ability to see this small print is kind of an issue. So when we're reading off an article like this, or we're trying to do a few things, it kind of helps to have like studio equipment and studio stuff that helps us with it, whether it be a teleprompter, post-it notes taped all over our monitor so we can't see what's going on, or anything else that we need for building things up. And the AI kind of helps do that. There's also AI clippers. When we can't get you guys to clip because you guys are too busy enjoying the product, if you do see something that's clip worthy, YouTube has a feature where you as a viewer can clip it, and we will get the clip, and we can choose whether or not that clip goes into our clips channel. And we can also modify it into the form of a short. So definitely, if you see
there's
something,
a funny moment or a moment that sticks out to you, clip it and send it to us, and send it to YouTube, and we'll make it.
The clip feature will automatically notify us when you clip. So feel free to use the clip feature. Also, we have access.
Also, I always forget this too. Please, if you have the hype points, hyping up the videos, the streams after the streams are over with, also is a big help too. They've added that feature in, and that's also something that helps out as well. Not just on my channel, but other channels. Like if you enjoy other channels as well, hype them up, and make sure that they get the props that they deserve. Because there's lots of things that are behind the scenes that you don't see us working on, that we're trying to. Like if you've noticed, I'm looking at the camera more. Like even though I'm trying to read this article over here, I'm trying to read and look back at y'all as much as possible, so that I'm focusing on you, because you are the reason this channel exists. I mean, it's my dream, but you're the reason that it exists. So I want to make sure that I'm addressing you and not looking away, pretend, it seems like it sends a signal of oh, I'm not really interested in you. And, I'm looking away at the camera, and, I'm talking in a monotone voice, and now I have a surfer, accents, and I sound like a valley guy, and whatever. Anyway. But so there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, books that I'm reading to help grow my my ability to come up with witty content. I used to take improv classes. I haven't done that in 16 years now. So I'm, reading a bunch of books now to help me refresh myself on tons of different stuff. So there's a lot that goes into this. But anyway, that's all about the production quality that YouTube is looking for. But let me finish reading this now. So faceless channels need a studio system to avoid generic output, random visuals, weak scripts, and inconsistent quality. AI makes this creator as studio model more accessible because only if creators use AI inside a structured workflow but only if creators use AI inside a structured workflow rather than as a shortcut. So basically it's just saying instead of just using AI to make like your entire video, just make sure to use it as a supporting structure for your content instead of just relying on an AI, because there are AI programs out there that will just completely make your entire video for you. Have the you'll type in the vocal. You don't even have to type in the vocals. You can go to probably Chat GPT or Claude or something like that and just say do a voice to text thing and say, can you write me a script for a video on this hot topic that's going on right now, and then it'll print out an entire script for you, and then you probably just put it into these systems and they'll make the entire video for you with visuals and everything, and you just figure out what voice is the best. So anyway, that's what it's saying, basically, to use it as a use it in your structured workflow rather than as a shortcut. Overseer OS fits naturally into this model, which is what this website is. So they're promoting their stuff in this bullet points naturally into this model because it helps creators analyze channels, find proven patterns, plan topics, create titles, generate thumbnails, write scripts. So this actually is the program that I was just talking about. This is probably one of those systems that will make a video for you. And move faceless projects over to Overseer OS audio edit workflows. So anyway, what is the creator as studio model? The creator as studio model is a way of running a YouTube channel like a small production company, but I guess you're not actually doing it because you're making this company do it. Instead of treating each video as a separate creative project, the creator builds a repeatable system around the channel. That system includes studio function, what it means for YouTube, strategy, what the channel is trying to become, research, what topics, formats, and competitors are working. That's another thing too, as a channel that works in the entertainment part or the nerd archaeology theories and stuff like that. We also have to do research on other channels that do this type of content because we have to see what works on their channel and why their channels are working better than ours. And yeah, I mean, sometimes we use their ideas, not word for word, but if something's working for them, why not, try to implement something about, something in that structure into your videos. If it's working, if it's broke, if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's basically what it's saying. Development, which ideas deserve to become videos, packaging, titles, thumbnails, hooks, and intro promises, right? Which I do need to fulfill. I need to redo my perks for my members so that everybody has specialized perks and gets those every week and supports the channel for a reason and gets something back. I want to do something to give back to you all because y'all, it's viewers like you that keep the channel alive. And I am planning on doing a Soundwave giveaway. I have a Soundwave still. It was taken out of the box, but it still is in perfect condition. And I think one of these days I'm gonna. In the next 2 weeks, I'm going to do a subathon. I've talked to a few different content creators that are going to promote it, and we'll do a giveaway for that, and hopefully we'll have a good turnout for that. And anyway, production, voice, visuals, recording, editing, captions, motion, quality control, accuracy, originality, pacing, brand fit, promise delivery, publishing, metadata, uploading time, subscriptions, a bunch of stuff y'all don't really need to know about. But most creators do some of these things. Creator Studio connects them into one system. That is key. Okay, I guess the rest of this is just
a shill for their website.
Yeah.
I did check out their website, and their website is pretty interesting if those people who are looking to get into things.
This last part isn't a show. Why YouTubers need to think like studios in 2026. YouTuber is no longer just a place where people upload videos. It's a part search engine, part entertainment network, part creator economy, part live streaming platform, part education library, part AI media environment, part business infrastructure, which is what I said basically at the beginning. That changes what serious creators need. The modern creator is not only competing with other people holding cameras. You have to remember that. There's a ton of other people that are trying to do what you're doing if you have a channel. A ton. You have to make sure that you're one step ahead of them and you know a lot more than they do. And, odds are that, a lot of these people think that YouTube is just pointing a camera and you get paid, but there's a lot more that goes into it. So just knowing all the stuff that we're talking about right here, you already have a leg up in that system. And maybe I'll put out a pamphlet or something on basic stuff that you need to do if you want to start a YouTube channel, because there's lots of stuff that you wouldn't know starting out that YouTube doesn't tell you until you're you've been in for a while. But maybe that's something I'll think about doing. They're competing with the modern creator is not only competing with they're competing with faceless channels using AI assisted workflows. KJ, I'm just kidding. Personal brands.
I am not AI.
I'm just kidding.
I am a VTuber.
I'm just kidding. Personal brands with dedicated editors. Yeah, and that's another thing. Having a dedicated
and
editor.
A face in a jar.
Yeah, a head in a jar. If I had an editor, it would be so easy to pump out these videos. But doing it myself, having a 9-to-5 job and doing a second job for this lady and stuff. There's not enough time in the day, and there's not enough energy in this old bag of bones that you're looking at here. I know my handsome face looks like I'm younger, but I'm an old fart at this point. Anyway, media companies building creator native content, not naive. Media companies building creator native content, brands launching original content divisions. Creators turning YouTube audiences into films, podcasts, products, newsletters, paid communities, and software. And that's a huge one right there. That is one of the main points that we're going to be talking about. YouTube is wanting to focus on turning YouTube into a film studio, a TV studio, a production studio, with professional entertainers and people that know what they're doing and do it well. So, and know all this stuff, all this stuff that I said that you don't need to, that they're shilling about. They're shilling it for a reason, because it's important stuff that if you're a YouTube content creator, you need to focus on that stuff. That there's a lot of stuff there that you really need to focus on and learn and get embedded embedded in your head and use it effectively for your YouTube channel. It's not something to just brush over. Each one of those things are just as important as the next. So creators using YouTube audiences into film products, use newsletters, communities, AI generated content farms, increasing the volume of low effort uploads. That's the thing that they're trying to combat right now, and that's why people like anti-derivative Jill and I'm not trying. I'm not saying that their content is low effort. I know it's
No,
not. I
they're
know how
not.
much effort that goes into each one of their videos, but
The problem is the AI moderation that is that,
yeah.
and we'll get into that later.
And the big thing that's happening to a lot of channels, which is why you see different thumbnails from me all the time. And I'm trying to make new intros because the AI model, they first look at the title. If the title's the same as all of your other titles of your videos, then they're going to flag it as, to really look deeper into it. And secondly, if your thumbnails are all the same. And I did notice that Anti-Derivative Jill and Tony Stark of Iron, some of the other content creators, they kept using the same thumbnail over and over again. So that is what got the AI system pointed directly with a bullseye on their channel. So when they go to their channel and they see that their openings are the same, their video structures are the same, or if they're using content, even like Anti-Derivative Jill made great content, but they got her for the repetitive thumbnails and the slideshows. It's stupid, but because every one of her shows that she talks about, she uses those slideshows, which I want to do. I mean, I think that that's a great idea to be able to show the audience exactly what you're talking about, scenes. That's what we were going to do last night with Doomsday. But if you do it consistently, then if they have a bullseye on you already, and then they see that all of your videos look the same, where your channel or your avatars of your panelists are in the same place, and there's just screenshots going by, it looks like the same video to the AI system. So that's
To the AI. It's also good. It's also good for if you're a panelist on somebody's show, rather than just showing your logo or your YouTube little picture that you got in the circle. If you have access to a camera or a VTuber avatar, try to put that up there, because then the computer can see that, hey, it's moving, where the little dot on the screen that right
or
there,
the OBS
the OBS circle, or a little dot on the screen. When it's in a smaller format like this, the AI that's moderating YouTube does not realize that it's not the same show that was uploaded yesterday, especially if the same panelists were there yesterday and are today. While the AI does eventually listen and make a transcript for the show, it doesn't see whether or not this is different. That's why when I stream, I have different options for a background even. When I'm on Theta show or my show, I change up the background.
Yeah. And Orphan Zane, you make a great point. The problem with the hype feature is it's limited to 3 a week. Yeah, that's true. And that's why you have to choose who you want to promote. I mean, it's they don't want to give you too much power, because then you would control the algorithm. But if enough people put 3 of their hype points into one stream, then it shows that, hey, maybe we should push this channel a little harder or something like that. And what's up, Lemon Pie King Fruitcake himself? I hope you're still here, but you're probably over at the Wednesday panel over at DC's. But thank you for dropping in and saying hi. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Yeah, God bless you, man. Thank you for this support. AI generated content farms increasing the volume of low effort uploads. Yeah. Small teams that can produce faster because they have systems, which, I mean, there are a lot of systems out there, which this is obviously shilling for as well. But yeah, the lesson is not every creator needs needs to become a corporation, but that kind of is like the
But you have to think like one.
line. Yeah. The lesson is that creators need operational leverage, which is a valid point, but it kind of goes into being a corporation or being acting like a studio.
Once again, you just have to think like one. If you think like one, then you're going to be able to move forward. Like there is the as Theta and I have, if you notice, we've been streaming more often on both of each other's channels. I've been Theta and I have been here more often on Nerd Archaeology, trying to make sure that the channel thrives and survives. On my channel, I've been running the morning show more often and working on getting Cowboys and Kings back, and I'm working on some other content on the side, especially I'm eventually going to do a couple video essays. Yeah. Where I might be pulling some clips from this particular show for the video essay. Yeah.
That'd be a really good idea. And if anybody else out there has finds anything important, or if there's something funny that happens that you want to clip, like we said, clip it and add it to the YouTube.
On top of that, if you're a content creator and you'd like to talk about this topic with us on the side, and we'll be glad to interview you and talk about your struggles and your move forward, because we are going to be doing a little bit more for our community, especially with helping them grow their channels.
Yeah, this is a topic that we are going to keep talking about. It might not be every week, but we are going to keep up with the news that's going on. Once we find any articles that come out that have proven,
informative or curious,
reliability or something,
and those will be on Wednesday nights. We're not going to do those on Saturdays, so you're going to get your standard nerd content on Saturdays.
Wednesday is going to be more for just chatting about certain pop culture topics that are happening right now, and that's affecting us and affecting you out there. But anyway, if you rely on inspiration, you will eventually get outpaced by people who have a process, that's a very powerful line.
We've also talked about this one on the side.
Yeah, if you just rely on inspiration, you'll eventually get outpaced by somebody who actually has a process. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thought about that, right? Here's the thought about that. We've talked about this on the side because I know that Theta and I have a lot going on. Theta's got he's got 3 jobs he's working on. He's got the book that he's working on. He's got his job, and he's got YouTube for the live shows. And now, one of the things Theta was telling me, he says, "I'm tired. I don't know if I have time to do this." And a lot of us feel like our inspiration can get a little bogged down by our daily lives and all our obligations that we have. And so we need the process on top of the inspiration. We can only do the things that we want to do if we feel inspired to do it, but also we can only do the things that we want to do if we have a proper process. Thus the reason why, once again, we've been getting back into streaming regularly.
Yeah. And on top of that, just to kind of go off of what KJ was saying, doing all this work, it leaves little time to have creativity. back last year when I was much better off. Not I wasn't in a great situation, but I at least was able to pay my bills. I was making double on YouTube than I have been this year, but I also had time to sleep, and sleep is when my brain comes up with ideas, and I haven't had that time to sleep, and stuff. And I'm not like trying to throw a pity party or anything, but only eating like once every other day and not being able to sleep, it leaves a lot to it leaves my brain needing something to think about, to do other things. Like like lately it's been hard to even put together sentences. Like I'm lucky that I'm reading as well as that I am with this article. But yeah, I mean, it takes creativity to think about theories, especially like the type of stuff that I want to do and I want to promote and produce for y'all. I want to produce content about theories for the Doomsday and Spider-Man movies, and theories about old TV shows like Sliders and Captain Power and Masters of the Universe and Matrix and Captain Power and Dark City, Donnie Darko. I have so many ideas that I have in the back, like in my Google Docs folder, but when it comes down to writing out an outline or thinking about how things connect, my brain just hasn't been able to put that together lately because I've been too focused on other things and not getting the rest that I need. But now I am throwing a pity. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent like that, like on a pity party. But anyway, please forget I said that. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to have a good conversation about this situation. So anyway, if you rely only on AI, you will eventually look generic. The winning model is human taste test plus studio systems plus AI leverage. That is the creator as studio model, which is the case, which is exactly how I'm able to produce these streams every day. I literally do it right before I go to work. And when I get home, I start working on some other videos and try to get that ready to put out for the next week, and then get ready for the stream. So when you have a system and a scheduled system that you consistently follow, then you can use this creator as studio model. And that's basically, that's exactly what my model that I've been running on is, even before I read this. So I think the studio's creator model does not remove creativity. It makes creativity repeatable. The 8 departments of modern YouTube Creator Studio, you do not need 8 separate people. You need 8 separate functions. A solo creator can do all of them. A small team can assign them. A faceless channel can automate and delegate parts of them. But if any function is missing, the channel becomes weaker. And that's exactly what happens to a lot of channels. The strategy department decides what the channel is becoming. Every studio needs a strategy. For YouTube, strategy means answering what should this channel be known for, which is something, if you are starting a channel, you need to ask yourself these questions before you decide what your channel should be about, what you should name it, what your, all that stuff. Who is your core audience? What promise does the channel make? What topics belong here? What topics should we ignore? What formats can we repeat? What does the channel do better? What does the channel do better than competitors? What should viewers feel after watching the videos or live streams or shorts? A weak strategy is we make videos about AI. That's it. studio level strategy. We explain the hidden business, power, and money behind AI for viewers who want to understand where technology is really going. And I think the rest of that is just a emotional thing. Research, find the signals before cheating. It looks at competitive channels, breaks out. Yeah. So the rest of this is basically just it's just kind of repeating the same kind of stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, they it's a little more detailed. If you go through, well, we can share the link to or you can Google overseer.os, I believe. I think it's overseer.os.
I'll put the channel in the chat, and then I'll add it to the
their blog is very useful, and I believe that you can start a service with them for free to see if you like it. I haven't looked into what their costs are, but if you are an aspiring content creator and you need a little help, there's services like this one and a few others that are there. And you can always do it old school like Theta and I are doing. I mean, pretty much everything that Theta and I are doing are just like we've found the stuff. We've researched the stuff on our own. We've found all this stuff. We've been listening to other YouTubers. We've been Googling. We've been reading articles, because what are you going to do? You're going to read an article in the morning with your coffee, right? And I know Theta spends a lot of time watching other YouTubers. I spend a lot of time watching YouTubers while I'm playing a video game or whatever. And we get a lot of this content, this information that we are very worried about in the future.
The Orphan Zane has a very, very good, funny point. You got to love the hypocrisy. YouTube says, don't use too much AI while using AI exclusively to judge everyone. Exactly. That's a very, very good point. Actually,
and we're going to touch on that point here in a minute.
I think we might steal that from you and do another video on that.
We are absolutely going to be talking about it a little bit here in a minute.
Yeah, and Jamie, thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to grow and make sure that y'all are all entertained and get useful information at the same time. And yeah, I mean, because we all love nerd culture. You know, I assume if you're here, you love nerd culture. I mean, this is Theta of Nerd Archaeology, so I assume you love, you know, nerd films, comic books, toys, stuff like that. So, you know, I'm trying. Thank you so much for saying that. That means a lot. And so, yeah, go ahead and go with your part, and then I have another article at the end.
Absolutely. So, mind you, what we're about to talk about, a lot of this is going to be speculation based off of what we know, what we've seen, and rumors as well from valid leaks. A lot of this stuff can be researched as long as you're not using Google. Use DuckDuckGo or even Grok to do some of your research on the topics. Don't take what we're saying as fact. Take what we're saying as potential. Now, time for my monologue, I guess.
Yeah.
There was once a frontier, place where ordinary people planted flags, made not of nations but of ideas. The cost of entry was little more than curiosity, a modem that screamed into the night. Screech! Neat, neat. We built digital homesteads, scattered the internet like the towns of the Old West. From bulletin board systems, that's your standard BBS, to self-made web pages, home pages, early social media. We saw places like GeoCities, a community that's been since wiped from existence, Angel Fire home pages. During the 90s, we built our own home pages, little fancy little places where we could set our browser to.
Yeah, remember how basic they were? Sorry.
They were basic and they were fun to build.
Yeah.
You know, and then we had social media. Facebook and MySpace both came about at the same time, but MySpace was much better. But what happened to it? It disappeared. We will always remember
it
you,
was
MySpace.
all Tom's fault.
It was all Tom's fault.
Yeah, it was all Tom's fault. We didn't have him on our top 8 anymore, and he said, "Well, screw this."
Well, everybody removed Tom from the top 8 and put Jamie Lee Simmons there instead because she deserved to be in our top 8 spaces. Well, these were awkward times with awkward little towns in a digital prairie. Frontier towns that will now rest in peace only in the minds of those who remember. Remember those towns that were once there. There were no gatekeepers, no television executives, no boardrooms deciding what thoughts deserve to be in our audience. One man wrote poetry. Another built a fan page devoted to comic books. Teenager in Arkansas uploaded a song he recorded on his cassette player of him playing
an angry
a guitar.
video game nerd chat on the Nightmare on Elm Street NES cartridge.
And we also had people on YouTube, a website that started because it was a dating service, but nobody can find a date. So instead, people like Smosh, people like the creators of Smosh created fun memes in video form. What if Pokemon was real today?
Yeah.
And other
Game
forms.
Grumps, Ego Raptor, Jontron. Yeah.
These were the early days of the internet, the early days of YouTube. Never before had humanity spoken for itself with such freedom. We believed, perhaps foolishly, we believed the road was free. We believed it would remain forever. Then, well, every frontier attracts railroads and railroad executives. And that railroad eventually brought us to discover toll booths. And then it became the evolution. GeoCities gone, MySpace gone, Facebook changed forever. The only people who use it are our parents, the boomers. Twitter, a place for people to get mad at each other. And YouTube, an ever-evolving place where we exist today. No longer the rough and tumble towns in the middle of nowhere, but as towns becoming cities, cities becoming corporations, corporations becoming empires. And these towns tried to survive, but ultimately being crushed by the corporation, the empires themselves. GeoCity, absorbed by Yahoo, and then erased from existence. MySpace tried to compete with Facebook and YouTube to be a platform for musicians and other content creators. Those 8 spaces were quickly taken down, just as quick as Tom was removed from yours, and now only a memory. We were told these platforms were free, but they never were. We simply had not received the bill yet. And that's my monologue.
That's a good damn monologue. I'm sorry I interrupted a little bit.
No. You added to it.
Okay, because it was really good. And after I interrupted the last time, I was like, damn, this is really good.
No, you added to it. It was you added to my monologue.
That's why I ended up typing this in the chat, because I didn't want to say it and ruin anything.
I don't usually monologue, so I enjoyed that. We had a monologue more often.
Yeah, for sure.
Cat Q, either lay down or stop standing in front of my screen. Thank you. I have an orange cat in front of my screen, and having an orange cat in front of my screen is a good thing. I memorized
part of the Q continuum. So if you piss him off too much, he might put you in a Delta Quadrant with the Borg. So.
Oh yeah, but we did. It was a frontier back then, right? And
exactly.
so We
And
were
that's why I said I wish so bad that I would have actually had the balls, because I wanted to so bad to start a YouTube channel, like back when I was like well, even before I started doing professional street magic, but you know, especially when I started getting gigs and stuff like that, and I had like a network of people that would, you know, that would back then, I could have probably been, you know, I probably could have made, I mean, something, not, you know, like maybe not, you know, somewhere in, you know, maybe not like a million subscribers, but I probably could have reached like 100,000 by now.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely. And you know, you still have chance. We still have
oh
a
yeah,
chance to get us there. We still
yeah,
have a chance because you know what? YouTube has not implemented all the things that we're going to talk about. And while the world may seem like the like what we were talking about the other day, what if the Matrix was real?
hmm,
You know, what if idiocracy was real? In the Matrix,
yeah.
humanity became a product, a battery to power the machine, and our
Idiocracy
bodies.
would have been a good movie to cover during that discussion.
We're going to have
Yes.
to cover idiocracy soon.
Oh
So, you
yeah.
know, I mean, we asked ourselves, what if it was more than we were just more than a battery, the product to power a machine? We asked ourselves, what if our bodies not only powered the machine, but was a digital reality? And we asked ourselves, do we live in the World Wide Web? But on today's internet, it's not our bodies. No, it is our attention. Every click, every pause, every comment, every outrage, every laugh. We
Yeah.
feed an engine that grows richer with every passing hour. Every time that we click on Theta of Nerd Archaeology, every time we click on Schmosh, every time we click on whatever your favorite YouTube channel is,
Yeah.
we're being advertised to, and my generation is used to being advertised to. I've been advertised to since the 80s.
Oh yeah.
I was a fan of the Transformers. I was a fan of GI Joe. These were just half an hour advertisements.
But by the way, I mean, I know that we're having our conversation, but Captain Giratina is talking about Transformers right now too.
Oh yeah, definitely after the show, go and watch the VOD for Captain Giratina. I think you'll enjoy
Yeah.
that. And Jamie Lee Simmons says, "Easy there, Garfield." Am I
Yeah.
Garfield? Or no, you're talking about my
I don't
cat
know.
Q. You're talking about Q.
Yeah, it's probably me, but yeah, that's what that. Yeah, that the whole thing with you know, having the opportunity back then, because back then, like you were saying, we had the freedom back then. YouTube was the town square. It was the place where it wasn't a divide and conquer like political sphere where if you believed you know, a certain thing, then you were kicked out of a group, or if you know, if you didn't go along with the personal narrative that all these propagandists are trying to promote, then you are canceled and stuff like that. Back then, everybody was just having fun. It was just something that you did because you loved it. And that's, I mean, that's what I still love to do. I mean, that's what I love about this. That it actually, I mean, I have said this numerous times, but this actually keeps me from taking my anxiety medication. Like if I wasn't doing this right now, I would probably have taken an extra half of my anxiety medication because it's because I would be because I would feel alone. And
I told Theta the other day off of stream, I told Theta, I says, you feel anxious? Call me. We'll go live whenever you want.
Yeah.
We're gonna goof around. We're gonna pull Jamie Lynn Simmons into the chat, and we're gonna hang out with FKHC, and we're gonna like talk to Orphan Zane, you know,
and Gunner and Sigvaldason. Yeah, I mean, everybody that's always in here and chatting. Lombardi, y'all are so amazing, and I can't thank you enough for continuing.
When we feel sad or disgruntled, we want you guys around. You know, because you raise our spirits, and
you make me feel like I'm wanted in the world. I know that sounds very corny, and I'm sorry. Like I don't mean
This
I
is
don't
why
mean
we're
it like
here.
that, but it's true.
This is why we're
Make me
here on
feel
YouTube, to
like
socialize with our community.
exactly.
You
Y'all
know,
make me feel like I have a place. I have a community. I have friends that are there for me and will listen to me. Talk about YouTube, content creation and stuff. Even though most of you probably aren't thinking about doing YouTube. Y'all have other things going on in your lives and stuff. So I just want to thank you and
well, this
watching
affects
us.
more than just the creator. This affects the watcher
Yeah,
too. As I said, with every feeding hour, the machine grows richer and grows stronger because of the advertising. And just like the movie Idiocracy, not because people became less intelligent in this case scenario, it's because the system
Where's your tattoo? With the tattoo.
where's the
Where's
tattoo?
the
You
tattoo?
know, but in this case, it's not that we've become less intelligent. It's because the system rewards us with the easiest attention. YouTube, they want people to start doing small content creators. They want the small content creators to do shorts, and they're telling you that shorts is going to be the way to make it big. But in reality, when you look at the numbers, it's harder to grow with shorts. You can grow a following with shorts, but you can't grow enough of in order to get paid out as
Like a
well.
support system, like a
Right,
community. Like yeah,
right.
you'll like
There's a difference between a
with
following and a
shorts.
community.
How many times have you just watched a short and then gone directly to the next short without subscribing? I know for
Right.
me, it's probably like maybe 98 out of 100 or 2 times out of 100 times I'll actually subscribe to the channel of the short. Like it's
If
that
that,
if yeah, exactly. But I mean,
if
that's what I'm
that,
saying. That's what I'm saying. That it's that it's around that though, and that's what they're trying to tell us to do. And some people do get subscribers from it, but it's also because they already have a community
you can
that
get your subscribers from it, but you're not going to build an active community who
exactly,
from
and that's
shorts.
why
You're not going to get a Jamie Lee Simmons who chats with us. You're not going
yeah,
to get Orphan Zane who
exactly.
chats with us.
Exactly. And I know a specific content creator that just started the past year that did grow from shorts, but he had a community that he was already a part of. Like he had been networking and been on panels for a year prior to that. So then when he built his channel, he already had, probably 3,000 people that were already knowing him and laughing at him and stuff like that.
And
So when he did those shorts, then they were like, "Oh, cool! He's finally doing a channel and putting out shorts." So they stay, and he grew to 6,000 something subscribers very quickly. And
right, so
it's go
it
ahead.
is a way to grow. It is a way to grow. That's the reason why.
But not to build a community that engages with
Right.
you.
If you want a community to be engaged with, you got to do a kind of content where the community can engage. Exactly. And with shorts, you will grow. Absolutely. And we want shorts. We want to do shorts. That's the reason why we always encourage you to, if you see me say something stupid, clip it.
Yeah.
If
Jamie was talking about Q for Garfield, the orange cat.
yeah, I realized that afterwards
Okay.
because
I
I was
just
on a
read that.
rant at that point in time. It was my
Yeah.
monologue is almost like a little rant. So, kind of like, how Garfield sometimes has
Yeah.
little monologues and rants. And I kind of like, I was
I'm trying
there.
to keep my eyes right on you, the audience out there, because I love
Yeah.
you, because y'all are awesome.
So the system rewards us with the easiest if we put out the easiest entertainment, but it also but the community rewards us when we put out entertainment that they want to engage with. And intelligence ends up becoming competition with easy entertainment. What we call low-hanging fruit in the intelligence business, when you're intelligent and you want to talk about something, we're not going to go directly for that low-hanging fruit. You know, we're going to go for the long run. We're going to sit here and do a 2-hour show where we spend an hour reading a news article, breaking it down to our thought process, you know, and this is the separation between
I think you're building me up
idiocracy.
too much.
Well, we're doing, we're building each other up, and this is a
Okay.
separation that separates us from the potential of going into the movie Idiocracy, is because we're not going for the short form, easy, low hanging fruit, and we're going for the thought process, the researched out topics. We're getting our knowledgeable friends together, and we have these discussions that we have on Saturday nights, and so we are in direct competition as intelligent to low-hanging fruit entertainment, and that entertainment competes with outrage in a lot of case scenarios. A lot of we're competing with a lot of channels that are rage baiting and mad about other entertainment, and we're just trying to sit here and find the lore. So while we find that people are rage baited against the low hanging fruit, we're sitting here, we're trekking along, digging for treasures in our ancient nerd debris, and that's is that right? Are we digging for treasures?
Yeah. I would say relics.
Relics, treasures. They belong in a museum.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You got it. That's exactly it. Yeah.
And
The
so
soul of storytelling is in the plot and then in the lore, and that's where the soul of storytelling belongs, in a museum.
right, and we don't want to compete with the outrage because we're digging for relics, because competing with the outrage competes with the fear, and the fear leads to the dark side.
Yeah.
And fear almost always wins if you let it get a hold of you. That's why I keep on saying, hey, Theta, or hey, buddy, or hey, one of you guys out there in Chatland, if you guys want someone to hang out with, I'm here. We'll go live one day just for fun, and we're not going to let.
That's why we try to involve y'all as much as possible. Like on Mash 'em Up Mondays when we play Turtles, if you have the game that we're playing, y'all are always welcome to join. If we have like a panel where you have knowledge on the topic, you're welcome to join the panel and discuss it. This, like I said, this channel is for you, and it's viewers like you that keep it possible for us to continue doing this, especially right now. And I can't thank you enough for the opportunity, and thank you, Jamie, for continuing to leave comments in the chat, because that shows so much engagement on the algorithm side. If anybody else is here that's on YouTube, please leave some chats, because it does show engagement. It shows YouTube that this is a channel that people are engaging with, and coming and wanting to talk about the topic and stuff. So it's that type of stuff that helps grow channels. And continuous content, like everything that I read, it's all of that stuff combined. That's why it's so hard these days. Back in the day, it used to be just like you film like a 30-second funny happenstance video, and you put it on YouTube and it goes viral because it's funny. Nowadays, it's exactly like we're talking about. YouTube is treating this company, this website, like a TV movie studio, and we all need to be on our best behavior. We need to make sure that we don't say the wrong thing. We need to make sure that we have our ties on and they're not crooked or anything, and we
have your glass jar all shined up.
Yeah, have your glass jar all shined up. You have your tie straight, your buttoned up shirt, and you speak clearly, and you have prophetic, maybe not prophetic thoughts, but philosophical thoughts on the subject that you're talking about, you're able to speak without the ums and ahs and pauses and stuff like that too much, and you're able to promote yourself as a brand. So there's all
It's more
these
than
things
just
that go
that
into
for YouTube. It's also that in real life. And so I
True,
think that we should
but
ask ourselves a
but
few series of
specifically
questions.
YouTube now,
Right,
which is
specifically
what we're
YouTube for us
which
in
is
this
what we're talking
conversation.
about.
But it's also a conversation about life as well. But leading into the continuation of the conversation, we ask ourselves, how did we get here? Were we too oblivious to see it? We asked ourselves the same question the last week when we talked about PlayStation, when PlayStation was talking once again about the removal of physical media. How did we get here? Were we too oblivious to see it? Did we ignore the signs? What happened?
Yeah,
Well,
and by the way, I do have this new image of the shirts. So if y'all want to go to Teespring and collect, preserve, collect, and own physical media forever, this is one of the styles of t-shirts. This is my favorite. This is the softest, and it's like one of those slim fitting shirts. So it's my favorite besides the V-neck. I like V-necks sometimes, but anyway, this is what the shirt looks like in gray. There's also black. I think there's a blue and a pink as well for Jamie and other women, and there's also women's attire as well. So there's like racerbacks and halfback shirts and waist cuts, whatever it's called. Anyway, this is the shirt that's at Teespring, which is in the description below, which is how you can support the channel, as we said right here. And you can hit the QR code to send directly to my PayPal if you feel that you learned something today and you feel like we deserve a little something for the channel. But no pressure. I just want you to enjoy the show as much as possible, and if you could leave a like and subscribe, that would mean the world. Yeah, you'll definitely wear it. Thank you. That'd be cool. I want to get one myself. I want to get one of those. I want to get a one with my theta symbol. As you can see, I actually here. I'm going to take us off for a second. I actually redid my theta coin, so it actually has a little more gold shine to it, and I guess I can bring you back on the side. So it has the gems, more like it's a real item and stuff, which I do want to end up making one day. But anyway, I want to get that, which is going to be on a pair of socks and a pillow and stuff. But now I'm just showing off. I feel like shit. Anyway.
So what was that? Oh yeah. So we ask ourselves, how did we get here? What happened? Did we ignore the signs? Were we too oblivious to see? We asked these things last week with the PlayStation situation, and we have to look at the evolution of YouTube, as we talked about already. The evolution of the internet in my long-winded little monologue that we had. I guess it wasn't really long-winded. It was just fun.
No, but it was good.
But we ask ourselves, the evolution of YouTube, is it because of why? Well, I have a theory, and a lot of other people support this theory. If you've heard of Susan Wojcicki or Susan Witwicky, or I can never say her name, but the former CEO of YouTube.
Susan Wachowski. The
Yeah, how much
Wachowski.
wood would a Wachowski chuck if a Wachowski could chuck wood? When we talk about how this happened, is we talk about Susan, the former CEO of YouTube. Now, under her management, YouTube made the deliberate decision to pivot towards mainstream media, uh, thus to gain more relevance in the mainstream economy. Now, whether this was pushed by Google, as Google is known for being the big guy in since what in the last 20 years.
The captain of the football team.
It was originally just a web crawler to get you information when you did a search.
Yeah, it was just a search engine. That's all it
It was
was.
just a search engine, and then now it's turned into something more. It purchased a dating network that turned into a video.
Well, and now it
video
manages your workflow. It manages your documents. I mean, it became
Right.
literally everything. I think you even can direct deposit your paychecks through Google.
And Google has platforms where you can do that. They even have their Google Pay platform. So like Google
They
is
literally
like
have their
grown
finger
so
in every
much.
single pie that there is out there.
They've grown so much, and then they with the acquisition of YouTube, when it was a dating site and they saw that content creators weren't using it for dating but to create their own content, it turned into YouTube the way we knew it, as the way we described it in the monologue, and a place for memes and some guy to post a video of himself playing a guitar, but
or playing a rock and roll, like a hard rock version of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah. So the position for the platform and the future of the growth, and to compete with the rising wave of cable networks and streaming networks that were coming one by one, people building websites in order to put their content on there. And services like particularly Netflix during the pandemic, which made a major hit.
That hurt us big.
Netflix during the pandemic, also other streaming services, as we talked about the other day about PlayStation Plus and like gaming streaming and streaming your video, your movies and whatever through a gaming device. From the Wii, you were able to look at Netflix and other streaming networks, even YouTube on your Wii, bring it to your big screen TV. Now, remember this, people, because we're going to be talking about your big screen.
YouTube is from my PlayStation 4. And
so
let me know when you're done. I want to ask you a question.
Okay, I two more sentences on this little thought real quick. Is Susan launched YouTube Red, which launched some shows that are currently on Netflix and a few others now because of the failure of YouTube Red, one being a show that we talk about regularly on this show, a certain Karate Kid spinoff called Cobra Kai. This move ultimately split the platform into distinct categories. Classic YouTube, which you're watching right now.
That was literally the one reason I purchased YouTube Red.
Right.
Every
Cobra
other
Kai,
show was crap, but Cobra Kai was damn good, and it still is.
Yeah, well, it had its YouTube Red had its thing. So with this decision, this move ultimately split the platform into distinct categories. Classic YouTube, which would be what we're watching now. YouTube Red, which now a lot of people know as YouTube Premium, and YouTube Kids. And so we had this breakdown. So you were asking me a question.
Yes, I wanted to throw out the conspiracy theory that I wanted to ask the question basically to you and everyone without actually bringing up the situation, because I don't know what I can say, how I can word it. But do you think the issue that happened with China and everything, do you think that might have been a conspiracy plan to get to this point quicker?
I think a lot of
Do you think that's
things
a
potentially
possibility?
were, as I have my next statement in regarding Susan does have to do with the political nature of where YouTube was going, and I think I'll let chat toss their thought processes on this because I do believe China. I know it well.
China virus.
I know it well. I know it well.
Yeah.
So with
I
that,
actually am a tinfoil hat when it comes to that. I've been
so
thinking about it a lot recently, and as we've been talking about the physical media situation, and we've been talking about, and you brought to my attention this situation with YouTube and how we're going to. Oh, and that's another big thing that we need to bring up too. I don't know if we brought it up yet, but on the thumbnail, it's not a joke that there is a probability, very high probability. I don't have the article to show you right now, but YouTube is going to be renting out, or I think I did bring it up already, but YouTube is new plan is going to be renting out our digital space to post videos on their platform. So
yeah,
we'll have
something that we're going to cover. There's now that is speculation and leaked rumor, by the way.
exactly,
That is
and that's why we're going to do another video on it when we get more information on it. But it is something that you need to keep in mind, and that we need to take a stand right now. And I'm not saying that buying one of my shirts is going to solve the problem. But I am saying that we need to gather together as a community and show in some way, shape, or form that YouTube and Google aren't going to push us around in that way. And we will walk away from their platform completely.
It is a direction that we're going to.
Even though there are two generations of younger people that might not follow suit, but that has to do with how children have been raised the past 2 decades, the past 2 generations. Unfortunately, a lot of them are very diehard on a certain side of things, and I'm fine if like you are mildly on a certain side, but when you lean so heavily that you kick out people from your friend group because they say one wrong thing or they don't agree with one thing, like when you can't have your own opinion, it turns into 1984. And we watched that movie on Cosmic Theta Theater one time. We probably need to rewatch it so that the newer people can see it. But it's it's the world we're going to be living in very soon if we don't all take a stand and stop this from happening.
Right. So there's a lot of this that's particularly because of what Susan did. It is politically charged. As I wouldn't say 1984, but there for a lot of people there is a lot of sideage that's gone on because of it. Well, the strategy encouraged these creators to shift focus. The shift focus towards more politically charged and monetarily profitable is content. As Theta and I have talked about on the side, that politics is very profitable and a lot of people can do it. I don't touch on politics because
it's even so.
I don't like being angered.
Yeah, it's even so profitable for YouTube. I've been considering doing like a separate channel, debating current events and stuff.
Now, here's the problem with the politically charged and what can be considered monetarily profitable. Small independent content creators often lost their channels and their partnerships, all due to what we call wrongthink. And YouTube is unfortunately very much on the left. And right-wing content creators don't make
or even just
I mean, well, right-wing
just-
content creators,
just
when you're small,
interests.
when you're small,
Even
right-wing
just
content.
interests, though.
Oh yeah, even interest level, but right, it makes a lot of money. But unfortunately, right-wing content creators who are small end up losing their partnerships and also losing ad revenue payouts because of wrongthink. And YouTube
I mean, look what
being
happened
very,
to Steven Crowder.
and Steven Crowder was a larger content creator.
Exactly.
But so like
Andrew Wilson is the only person that I know that has actually, but he gets his I think he gets most or probably all of his money from YouTube from donations from his live streams. I think he's demonetized.
and he was, I think he got his monetization back. I don't remember. As a result, we started seeing more and more because of this whole merger towards like YouTube Red and her wanting to get more mainstream in there, and she wanted to get more of the similar thought process politically into YouTube. We started seeing more and more mainstream outlets gaining far more prominence on this platform, YouTube, than ever before, through RedTube itself and through YouTube, with content from CNN, MSNBC, and left-wing news. From there, you started seeing a lot of channels. It wasn't up until recently started seeing more of Fox on there because of certain, if you're going to report the news laws, you have to be non-biased. So they started bringing Fox in. And there's laws that YouTube didn't really want to follow. There was a big old stink about it during the pandemic. And ultimately, though, YouTube Red found itself as a failing Netflix competitor, but YouTube did not. Recently, according to Variety magazine, Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos delivered a pointed message to the EU policymakers, warning them that they are overlooking one of the biggest threats. Quote unquote, YouTube is not just cat videos anymore. YouTube has become the continued stay in mainstream media. YouTube is straightforward, a direct competitor for television, the BBC, and local broadcasters like Netflix. And Netflix wants to consider itself a local broadcast streamer, even though they're global. The connected television market is in what the Netflix CEO, Ted Sarandos, is calling a zero-sum screen. Zero-sum screen meaning with over 55% of YouTube's viewership now taking place on connected TV screens, as we talked about earlier. And I will pop the link to the article into chat in case anybody wants to click on that article and read the article itself. It's a very recent article. So it's in chat if you want to click on that. And while you can read it now, or you can...
It's on Kick, but...
oh, did it only go to Kick?
Yeah.
Oh, here, let me post it into... it was supposed to go to all, but...
That's all right.
Here, let me post it into the private chat here so that way you can share it.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. There's the link.
I want to welcome DJ Longhair. Thank you so much for stopping in and putting in your input and leaving some chats and stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, DJ.
In here for everybody, and for myself as well.
So that article right there from Variety talks about what the CEO of Netflix has to say about YouTube, and that's a recent article, by the way. So we go on with because that leads into the big screens, which kind of goes to our next point in topic. The current CEO of YouTube, Neil Mohan. Hello, Neil. I know you're watching. Those foundations are being aggressively expanded upon, the foundations of which that Susan had established with YouTube Red. Mohan is doubling down on creator culling, and this is what he's calling it, creator culling. So if you're able to find articles on it, please.
Yeah, send it our way. But just the idea of calling it creator culling. I mean, that sounds like, I mean, I'm not going to say the term, but it sounds like a thing that happened in the 1930s and 40s. I mean, it sounds pretty harsh. You know, it sounds like they're trying to like not just hide us in the corner, but like literally put us in the chamber, if you know what I mean.
Right. And so on top of that, he's also implementing what he calls revenue control. The platform is cutting the ad revenue shares towards creators. They're planning on making yet another cut. The last time they made a cut towards revenue shares towards creators was during the pandemic.
Which is exactly why I brought up earlier the conspiracy theory of that situation being a catalyst for progressing all of this, these models being promoted, progressively faster than they were projecting originally. I think that it had a significant impact on where we are right now. I think that if that hadn't happened and somebody else would have been, in the White House, I don't think that a lot of this would be happening. But then maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just maybe there's a fine line there that I'm crossing over.
It could be political. It could be corporate. I would lean towards it's corporate, but with a political leaning at this point in time. So the concept of creator culling, okay, it's going to involve eventually. Now, this is where people have to speculate based off of the definitions given by Neil Mohan in his quarter four analysis and of last year, by the way, and also his also a leak that has been communicated upon by a few content creators and also articles I've read online. The creator culling will eventually evolve into removing channels that failed to deliver consistent growth and viewership. So which means if you want to see us stick around, even on a place like YouTube, make sure you share out the channel, share out the VODs, and tell your friends when you go online, go to your social media and say, I'm watching this right now. Watch it with me. Get people here in order to move forward, because he wants to do creator culling, removing channels that fail to deliver consistent growth and viewership.
Yeah.
They have already implemented AI authentic checkpoints, giving out warnings and demonetizations to channels for inauthentic.
We literally know a couple of them that have. I mean, it happened within a week.
And we've talked about it. And you can easily find, if you go to Twitter, hundreds of content creators that are posting about it on Twitter still to this day. Look up inauthentic content demonetizations. AI moderated, by the way. AIs, while they should be used as a tool, not as a police force. This is what movie is it when we had an AI determine that
Minority Report?
This is Minority Report, exactly. Thank you, Nerd Archaeologist, for answering the question that I wanted chat to answer. But yes, no, it's cool. It's cool. That just shows that you're smart. So, the AI is policing for authenticality, authenticity.
We go back to Orphan Zane's comment. You got to love the hypocrisy. YouTube says don't use too much AI while using AI exclusively to judge everyone.
So, yeah, exactly. And I'm sorry, I wasn't laughing. I was just laughing at some of the comments in chat. Loving our chat. And DJ, how you doing?
And DJ, I was talking about the election before that. with the corpse walking and falling off of his bicycle.
So with authenticity checks, thank you, have become a major focus on AI moderation. Ironically, Neil Mohan wants to lean heavily into AI generated content as long as it doesn't get flagged by its AI generated policer. Because it's been demonetizing creators whose work has been mistakenly labeled as far too AI. Mohan has also ironically pushed this heavy AI moderation, replacing much of YouTube's human staff with unproven systems. These tools have wrongly demonetized Andrivative Jill and a few of their content creator friends.
Yep. Stark of Iron.
Countless channels.
And I forget who it was, but it's one of Comic Relief Crusaders' friends. I mean, there's so many that this year have gotten demonetized and had to start.
Go to Twitter. I dare anybody right now. I dare you, anybody. Go to Twitter right now and Twitter search demonetized, unauthentic content. Just search it on Twitter. Alone, you will find hundreds of content creators posting that they've gotten demonetized because of an AI. And these people are live talk channels, just like Theta and I.
Yeah, you can probably do like a hashtag demonetization or something like that, or but either way.
These tools, not only did they wrongly do all this, a lot of the times it's for fabricated reasons, and YouTube is not explaining why or showing timestamps or showing evidence. They're not citing the source within the video.
Well, can I take you back off of that? I wanted to bring this to everybody's attention since you're talking about it. It's best time ever to discuss it and talk about the article. Yeah, so YouTube's AI slop crackdown is reshaping the creator economy. YouTube's crackdown on AI-generated faceless content has wiped out 16 channels, 14.7 billion views, and an estimated 10 million in annual creator revenue. The platform's July 2025 policy update renamed repetitious content to inauthentic content, and enforcement has only intensified since. And this was written back in June of this year. So last month. YouTube's largest ever demonetization enforcement wave is tearing through the faceless creator economy. And AI-generated content is at the center of it. And like Orphan Zane said, it takes an AI to pick out an AI, and it's just their AI that has the more enforcement. Since a July 2025 policy update refined repetitious content as inauthentic content, channels are earning tens of thousands of dollars a month have been stripped by monetization overnight. And 16 channels with a combined 4.7 billion views and 35 million subscribers have been permanently terminated. I'm sure there's a lot more channels that have been demonetized, stripped of their monetization overnight. But I don't.
It's still a lot. It's still a lot. You know.
I mean, the thing is that you know, I know 3 or 4 off the top of my head. You know, I know them personally. But anyway, YouTube. What YouTube changed and why? On July 9th, 2025, YouTube announced updates to its YouTube Partner Program guidelines targeting a mass-produced and repetitious content. The policy took effect July 15th, which is pretty much exactly when all this started. That's July. That's literally just like a week ago. Never mind. I thought it was June. YouTube's official statement read, "We're making a minor update to our repetitious content policy to better clarify. This includes content that is repetitive or mass-produced. We are also renaming this policy from repetitious content to we don't give a fuck what you think content. We're going to take your channel away just because we think so." No, that's not actually what it says.
Inauthentic. Yeah, it's the same thing. It means the same thing. It means exactly the same thing.
This type of creator content has always been ineligible for monetization from under our existing policies, where creators are rewarded for original and authentic content. The enforcement context is hard to ignore. Research published by The Guardian, citing an analysis by the video editing platform Capwing, examined 15,000 top-ranked YouTube channels and found 278 channels specializing exclusively in AI-generated low-quality content. Those 278 channels carried a combined 221 million subscribers and more than 63 billion total views. Capwing estimated their total ad revenue at approximately $117 million. Capwing also created a new user accounts and tracked the first 500 recommended videos. More than 20% qualified as AI slop. So their own user accounts that they did, it shows that the AI is
they're still allowing these channels, because I see it every day. They're still allowing these channels. See, they're not demonetizing the channels. They're demonetizing legitimate channels and keeping the AI channels based on. I go to my YouTube feed every day. I can go to my YouTube feed right now and point out 5 AI channels that are there, right off the bat, with huge followings. They're not going to demonetize those because they get a lot lot of people who watch. So which means the ad revenue is important to YouTube.
Exactly. Because
they're only getting rid of the small content creators for that.
The content that isn't produced correctly, that isn't, wearing its shirt and tie and being prim and proper, stuff like that. But the stuff that looks like it's TV quality or movie quality, hell yeah, they're going to keep that on there because it looks good for them. So anyway,
once again, they want to be Netflix.
Exactly. So 21% of the first 500 videos were AI generated and 33% were classified as brain rots. A combined 54% were recommended content on a fresh account. Some operators were launching 150 new channels in a single day using automated bots, scraping viral videos, spinning scripts through AI, generating visuals, adding stock music, and uploading 6 to 7 videos per channel per day. Who got
pause,
hit hard?
Please.
Yeah.
Hold on, pause, please. Orphan Zane says, I'm calling it a night. I'm tired. I've got to be up early in the morning for work on my brother's car. Good night, everybody. Good night, Orphan Zane.
Have a great night. Yeah, we were just going to finish this article and sum up in the stream anyway. But yeah, have a great night, man. And thank you so much for supporting the channel and leaving comments and keeping the channel alive, brother. Preserve the lore. The dig never ends. I hope you have a great night. I hope you have a good day tomorrow as well. And I hope your brother's car gets fixed, very quickly. Love you, brother. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you soon. Who got hit hard and how? The enforcement wave has been swift and in some cases total. Channels earning $30,000 a month. Oh God, what I wouldn't give to earn $30,000 a month. I I would give so much back to y'all. Anyway, have lost monetization without warning. In January 2026, YouTube permanently terminated 16 channels, not demonetized, deleted, erased 4.7
Oh, that number has to be
lifetime
higher.
views. What?
I think that number is much higher.
I do too, but I think a lot of these numbers are a lot higher. I think they're being very I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean. But anyway, erasing 4.7 billion lifetime views and 35 million subscribers. One creator, identified only as Morris, lost $250,000 a month in early 2025 after YouTube shut down his faceless channels over a copyright dispute. $250,000 a month. Oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen that much money.
That's quite a bit. So earlier, can't find the thing, but Orphan Zane had said, let's not forget about the copyrights as well. There's a lot of those, and a lot of these copyrights are being claimed by AIs. They're not being claimed by people who are legitimately watching the show and going, oh, that's my content, that's somebody else's content, and claiming the copyright. There's AI bots that are going around claiming content that's not there, and as a form of copyrights. And YouTube isn't giving people the chance to
appeal.
Fight it. Now you have to contact the person who copyrighted you in order to get them to take it down, even if they don't own the copyright.
And the people that initiated the copyright claim, they have no incentive to reply to you. I mean,
right.
All they have to do is ignore it and just say "fuck you." Like, I'm not.
And if you keep it up there, they get your money.
Yeah,
so as soon as the copyright claim comes, even if you win the copyright, private that video.
That's why a lot of my videos have been deleted, because a lot of my past videos that have done, like 20,000 views from when I did music video reactions, they were making a little bit of money, and even though it was only like maybe $7 a month or something like that, these companies were like, well, I want your money. I want that $7 a month. I mean, that's how petty it is. It's bullshit, but that's why I just deleted them. Because I mean, first of all, I don't do that content anymore, and I don't want to be associated with it anyway. I want subscribers that want to talk about nerd archaeology and movies, films, cartoons, action figures, toys, stuff like that. So anyway, one creator, identified only as Morris, lost to, I said that. Craig Billings, who runs the science channel Dr. Nas with 1.7 million subscribers, has become an unlikely reference point for faceless creators navigating the shift. Billings, so maybe we should follow him, or is he who runs the science channel subscribers? So he's against this. Okay, so maybe we should friend him and try to start some movement. Anyway, Billings told The Hollywood Reporter that the faceless channels covering similar content to his are largely getting demonetized. The people who do the same content as me without their face in it, most of them are getting demonetized, he said. So actually, it's the opposite. It's people like me who actually have their face. Oh no, people who do the same content as me without their face in it.
Right. There's a lot of people who are VTubers who are getting struck, and they're doing legitimate content. There's a lot of people who are not even VTubers, but they're just doing video essays. They don't show anything. Sometimes the video essay peoples don't even show their faces.
Oh, I know. A lot of the Transformers videos that I watch, they don't show their face at all. It's just images.
but they're
as they're talking.
legitimate content. They're making the stuff. They're beginning,
Yeah.
middle, and an end. A purpose.
Which is what I want to do, with my Transformers content
but
too. But
and some of these they're using standard B-roll footage. They're using still frame images. They're some of them aren't even using stuff that'll get claimed
memes.
on.
Yeah,
They're not using. They're not using. They're even not using AI music. They're using whatever the free music that you get in the YouTube Studio is. That's really lame.
Oh no,
Or,
that's a big note. That's why I like Suno, because the YouTube music, they will still copyright claim that music because it's owned by YouTube. Like if they want to get you, they will get you for doing that. You have to literally make your own music if you want to have music in the background of your videos.
This is the reason why
even if you're subscribed to like Eclectic, I forgot what it's called, but it's a website where people post their free music on there. The people will claim it just because they know that it's on a certain thing, even if they have no affiliation with that song or the artist or anything. But anyway, Billings launched his own faceless channel 2 years ago and gained 40,000 subscribers quickly. He pulled back when he saw competing faceless channels rack up millions of views subscribers, but received almost no views per video, a signal he concluded that YouTube had stopped pushing them. The cascade risk is real for multi-channel operators. Account level signals now connect channels together, which is what me and KJ do. Meaning one flag channel can surface the other.
So if Theta ever gets flagged, because me and him have our channels tagged together, so if I stream with Theta, like I will automatically at the end of the stream, it'll have him marked as a collaborator. And same with at the end of this stream, I'll be marked as a collaborator. Right now you see only Theta's image in the description, but like after the show, if you watch it in the VOD, you'll see within 24 hours my channel will be attached to that. And so like if Theta gets like a inauthentic whatever, and they'll look at my channel because
he'll get hit too.
Right, and I have likeliness to get hit too, but unfortunately they want you to do this if you want to grow, and this is you have to do collaborations, and you have to set up these partnerships
you have to network,
in order to grow.
You have to try these strategies. I mean,
but they don't want so. If you ask me, like the whole building these networks, which they tell you to do, but then they say, "Oh, but if you do this, you're going to get in trouble too."
Which exactly goes back to the Orphan Zane quotes. I mean, it's so hypocritical. Anyway, the diversification strategy that once relied on running 5 to 20 channels with similar scripts frameworks now carries significant exposure. Competitive context. YouTube is not acting alone. TikTok, I don't really care about TikTok. We don't have to read that.
Well, there is some stuff in my notes that YouTube is taking from TikTok on a lot of their things. And
then I will read this.
Well, I'll just make it quick. I'll just make it quick because you don't have to read that that part. But with TikTok, YouTube and TikTok are doing something similar, which is having their content creators be able to put in their bio their product and these products that they want them to sell. So like there are a lot of things that YouTube and TikTok run hand in hand on this stuff. Even though I believe TikTok.
If you notice down below, I think Nordstrom's is on my video. There's like a Hulk figure that I'm affiliate with. So like if you buy those figures from watching my channel or any of those products, then I'll get a certain amount of the money from it.
That too, and so there's a lot of things that YouTube and TikTok share in their rules and regulations, even. But I don't think you need to compare the rule changes to TikTok. Unless that's important to people.
Because I mean, TikTok to me is for those younger generations that are mostly brainwashed, in my opinion. And there are, I mean, there
Well,
are some out
that
there.
is a thing too. But as YouTube is trying to make the move towards short form content for small creators, as we had talked about
that's what I
earlier.
mean by brainwashed. They're brainwashed into watching quick,
Right.
quick short videos one after the other instead of paying attention.
Right. That goes
to a
into my
long
idiocracy
form.
quote.
Yeah.
My idiocracy comparison to YouTube to idiocracy, where the system rewards the easiest attention span, being shorts and short form content. And a lot of people are watching this content that we're making on the toilet or on the bus,
or just walking down the street. Yeah, exactly. Or just standing in line at the movie theater or in the movie theater because they're bored of the movie. I mean,
and Dollar Bin Dan and I talked about this kind of to a certain degree yesterday morning on the morning show, where Marvel Comics is going to start cutting their physical media down by, I think they're going to be cutting a third of their physical media, that the books that they're going to be printing.
That was the one that I stopped in, right?
Yeah, you stopped in on chat for that.
I listened to the whole thing.
And they're going to be going to webtoons. They've already started, and so like they're cutting their physical media down by a third, and they're going to start putting these things on the webtoons. Webtoons is designed like a manga in a sense, where you see little tiny stories, and
like those little pamphlets that they used to have, like
kind of like the chick pamphlets, but it's more. Webtoons was originally designed so that way small time creators can get into the manga and comic book world by using that as a platform to put their art, just like YouTube was intended for small time creators to put their platform on and eventually be seen. With these changes that are making, they're not making it for they're making it harder on the small time creator. And when you're done with this article, I have another answer to your political question, by the way, after you're done with this article.
And then after that, we'll start closing things down. But I did, off topic, I was listening to your show with Dollar Bin Dan, and I heard you talk about Absolute Superman for a second.
Yes, we did.
Do you know about the Absolute Universe at all?
I'm not a big fan of the Absolute Universe.
But do you know about it? Like, do you know?
Oh yeah, I know about it.
Okay. So like Bruce Wayne is like a construction worker. He's not like a rich billionaire. He's just like a So Absolute
Universe is it's an Elseworlds. For me, it's Elseworlds, and
it is. But the one thing that I do kind of like, in a very like not canon way, obviously, but I do like that he like can pull out like a pole and take the bat off of his chest and turn it into an axe, and he just starts like taking people out with his bat symbol on his chest. That's actually just a metal axe that's attached.
The storylines for those kind of storylines for that Absolute Universe, like I said, I look at it as an Elseworlds storyline. But
and he's friends with like,
it's not the storylines that gets me. The storylines are okay for what they are. But my problem is with the Absolute Universe is I don't like the art.
With Oswald Cobblepot and Edward Nygma and Harvey Dent and Waylon Jones. They were all friends, having poker parties every week. Like, he grew up in a very poor neighborhood and stuff like that, so he's not like the Batman that we know. It's like the great detective.
A different storyline.
He's really just like a big bulky guy with like a bat, like really like a monster truck.
There's different. It's a different storyline. It's very hard for people to read.
Anyway,
but I don't like the artwork. I don't like the artwork.
No, I just wanted to ask if you knew, because I heard you talk about that a little bit. Anyway, YouTube's position on AI is specific and worth reading carefully. YouTube's head creator of editorial and creative liaison, Renee Ritchie, confirmed that AI itself is not banned. Well, yeah, of course, we've already got that down. If as long as it's your AI, as long as it's Skynet and not something that we make ourselves, yeah, of course it's not banned. The platform welcomes creators using AI tools as long as it's Skynet to enforce storytelling. I made that up.
We will not send our robots to kill you. We will not send our robots to kill you. They will not go time traveling to kill you. Sarah Connor, do you hear this? We will not do this.
Yeah.
Somebody go get Sarah Connor real quick. This woman's going to be a pain in our ass.
Well, they already took out John Connor, so there's no point in taking out Sarah. Anyway. And channels using AI remain eligible for monetization. In his 2026 annual letter, YouTube CEO Neil Mohan noted that more than 1 million channels used YouTube's AI creation tools daily in December. The line YouTube is drawing in between AI augmentation and AI as replacement pipelines that go down from ChatGPT script to 11 Labs voiceover to stock footage assembly to upload with zero human editorial decisions in between are exactly what the policy describes as inauthentic, which is exactly what I was describing from the other article. Which is what that website does. The consumer data supports that direction. Only 26% of the consumers now prefer the generative AI creative content to traditional creator content, down from 60% in 2023 to per $1 billion boy. About 49% of U.S. adults say they would use social platforms less or stop using them. Hell yeah, I think it should be a bigger number. But yeah, if AI content,
that's a huge number. That's a huge number.
It is, but
because if you think about the younger generation, the reason why it's that number is 49%. The 51% is the younger generation.
Exactly. I'm
so
just saying. I'm just saying that
it's accurate.
No, I'm not calling into the account of the accuracy. I'm just saying I would like to see it higher so that we have a better chance of preventing all of this nonsense. Anyway, if AI content in their feeds continues to grow per story radius, consultant Stella Sorby, who helps African businesses produce faceless videos, told The Hollywood Reporter she expects the format to survive but change. Do I think it will exist in 5 years from now? Yes, Sorby said. But then we'll see less generic and much more authentic. We'll see less generic and much more authentic type of content. For filmmakers and human-facing video creators, the platform dynamic is shifting in their favor. Faceless channels now represent 38% of all new creator monetization ventures, up from 12% in 2022, which means the recent enforcement wave is directly compressing competition from a sector that scaled fast on sub $3 per video production costs. The face is increasingly a differentiator as AI-generated content floods recommendations. Advertiser spending continues to concentrate on long-form creators who put their personalities on screen, not the channels blasting out bulk content. All right.
That's us, the people who put our personalities on stream.
Yeah, we're doing that right here, right now. So hopefully we're safe. But yeah, I think you had one more thing to say, and then
I had two small things. And one is an answer to your political question. By the way, I said I was going to get to that at the end of the stream.
Conspiracy theory.
Okay. The question is political bias a motivation? Political bias as a motivation. Well, channels with a right-leaning view, MAGA-centric, anti-COVID vaccine views and opinions. These channels have found themselves demonetized left and right. If you do a not a Google search, but a Twitter search even, go to X and do a search on that. DuckDuckGo, but particularly on Twitter, because that's where a lot of people report things on social media, because they're not reporting it on Facebook. Facebook plays nice with everybody, while Twitter, they're allowing people to say whatever is going on. They're not getting their posts taken down off of Twitter when referring to these like what I call MAGA-centric and anti-COVID vaccine opinions. Those people have complained on Twitter, and just as much as the people who have reported that they've lost their channels, why I say there's a lot of more people on that have lost their channels, and what that article said. Okay, you can find that on X. Definitely do a search on Twitter. You can see all these things. So yes, I do believe that the political bias is a major motivation. Having seen these channels demonetized left and right, I'd say that we've seen a lot of evidence in this, because social media leaks from content creators themselves who are posting their emails from YouTube, their screenshots from YouTube about these demonetizations and their platforms being demonetized or completely erased from the platform. This is most concerning for us as independent creators, because we built as a society, not me and Theta necessarily, but our society of independent creators have built the platform, and we are a majority of the producing content. We're producing the content while being unmonetized, most of us. And the internet's original promise of, as I said in my monologue earlier, free entertainment and free information sharing. Now, the emerging threat of the potential pay-to-play model looms over our heads as a consistent reminder that this corporate atmosphere is now run by a corporation. The once spider crawler that crawled the internet to find you web pages that talked about things is now an AI-driven corporation. YouTube has been discussing charging for storage space on non-monetized creators, and or culling those non-monetized creators who are not bringing in a following. Now, it's either one or the other. If it happens, we're already being monetized to a certain degree by having our time advertised, and we're already being monetized to another degree by making sure that we are. Now, we are in essence volunteers being used by these corporations to keep putting content on there, so that way they can have a podcasting network, a Netflix style network, and whatnot. And as we are decided upon by the AI that we are not worthy, we have a risk of losing these channels. And those who use the platform to store family vacation videos might want to find a different platform to do so.
That would actually be a big help.
A lot of people use YouTube for storing family vacation videos. That's a great way to, because it's hard to embed a video into a website if you don't know how to do it. And most people are not making a website for, like they were back in the GeoCities days. Remember at the beginning of the show, I mentioned GeoCities. We're not making websites where we're embedding our videos like we did back in the GeoCity days, where YouTube has been a place for us to post our family vacation videos and a few other things, and those get 0 to no views unless it's by your family. Data centers are having to expand in order to handle the massive influx in content. And as people have been complaining on the internet and all over the place, well, AI is creating data centers. So is Google. So is Google. In order to have a network like YouTube work, they need these data centers. And because there are so many creators, new content creators by the day, we've had 4 new content creators in our circle alone recently who have tried to get their 50 viewers just to be able to stream. Now, in order for us to get, find the perfect people to collaborate with us, we're trying to get King Style to a point where he's able to stream on his own. We're trying to get a few other people in our circle to a point where they're able to stream on their own. And as new content creators, we need to make sure that we're able to grow with the platform. And the platform is going to make its decisions.
I was trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I don't think I've grown more than 10 subscribers. That
we have 4 months. You can do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, now I'm actually, here almost every day. So maybe
Right.
in the
So
next
we
couple,
can do it.
months,
We can do
we can
it.
at least get to 4,000.
Yeah, yeah, and we encourage that the people who are using YouTube, who are just storing their family vacation videos, while those family vacation videos take up very little space, find another network to post those on. Post those onto your
Yeah,
Facebook page. Post
I mean,
those onto your
I have a
uh,
video just of throwing a pumpkin and smashing it.
right, but there's a lot of people who aren't content creators who's using services like YouTube as a place to store things, and unfortunately, with the massive influence and influx of these content creators and family shared, and it's making it hard for the low budget voices to move forward, especially with YouTube's plans to move forward on their own as a Netflix style channel, a Netflix style system. Now, it's also getting expensive, as we've seen
Yeah.
in the news, and a lot of people complaining about the price of RAM, the price of video cards, the price of new motherboard,
GPU.
GPUs, the price of just buying a computer outright is getting expensive. And let's just multiply that by 1,000 times, and what it costs to build these buildings, these data centers that they're talking about building. And then think about it. This data that we're trying to store is not free. It is about time, just like I said with the PlayStation days, when I said the modders need to step in and start making modded consoles to be able to play the data that the games that we're going to lose if PlayStation does its thing. We have the same request from people to create their own. Back in the day, we had dial-up bulletin board systems. Start your own server at home, connect it to the internet, and let people connect to your server to see your stuff. Please, we're asking people to start your own server, just like we asked the modders to step forward and make more tech so we can keep playing these games. The big question now that we have to ask ourselves is, when YouTube begins to resemble television, how soon will YouTube be a pay-to-play platform or beyond? Does it inherit television's gatekeepers? Does it inherit television's advertisers that choose whether or not our voice can be heard?
How much is the price of YouTube Premium going to go up?
Right. And are we going to inherit television's dependency upon corporate approval? Does our content follow what the advertisers
is it going to get rated
want?
Like
will our content have to follow Nielsen values? Will our content have to, on top of YouTube values, on top of political values, on top of advertising requests? We're going to have to ask ourselves, is YouTube moving its way to television and Netflix style quality, or its desire to do this? We're going to have to ask ourselves, is television's narrowing of the acceptable voices, which means, are we not allowed to talk about things, particularly certain media, particularly certain instances like China or what's going on in the UK right now? Is it going to limit our freedom of speech that we have here in America in order to be able to have YouTube play in the UK? No, right now, they're talking about banning Twitter in the UK. If they haven't already done so, I think they're postponing it a little bit, but they're talking about banning Twitter in the UK. Will that happen with YouTube if we don't follow these rules of which are corporatized infringements on our freedom of speech? Because you don't have freedom of speech when dealing with corporate. You only have freedom of speech when dealing with American government.
Yeah,
now,
PJ Longhair said that same BS in England they would have enforced here. They're still trying.
Right. And so we have to ask ourselves this question. I say it's looking that way. If we want to play the game,
that's why we have to try to figure out a way to come together and try to slow it down or stop it if we can.
And I'm going to end it with this last and final thought: is history rarely steals from the sound of a cannon fire. More likely and more often, especially nowadays, it arrives with somebody wearing the uniform of a convenience store employee. One stop, one shop, one subscription, one premium service, one recommended algorithm. Stay on our platform. We have everything you need, one advertisement at a time. But it's not really one advertisement at a time.
It's like that quote, the world's not going to end with a bang, but with a whimper.
Right. And one advertisement at a time they want to promise us, but it's not one advertisement at a time. It's one advertisement in every corner of the page. And the video starts with the advertisement. The video pauses every 5 minutes with a series of advertisement, and the video ends with an advertisement. The video is the advertisement. Back to when we were children, we watched Transformers, which was a half an hour advertisement for a toy. Let's not forget the fact that YouTube content creators are often low budget, and we have to compete with the pricing for the stage, as we talked about earlier. This stage right here costs $49 a month. Video creation assets, if we're using Motion Array or any other site like that, that's $25 a month. If you want the LUTs, you want the motion graphics, you want the B-roll footage, you want the music, you have to go over to either get one of these non-copyrightable music things, which tend to be copyrightable anyway. Or you go to places like Suno, which costs a minimum of $8 a month if you want to have the rights to use your music. Suno, which I recommend, by the way, to make your AI music. For me, I use a distributor like DistroKid. It costs $50 a year, which I need to find a way to get $50 for this coming year to be able to distribute my shows to any place other than just YouTube. Part of the reason why I've been streaming on YouTube exclusively lately on my own channel, and trying to start streaming regularly on YouTube. And also, last and finally, not least, starting at all that, those are the tools that we use. The tools that Theta talked about in the first article that we were looking at about another tool. So are we going to wake up one morning and discover the marketplace of ideas has quietly become just another shopping mall? Signs brighter, the shelves full of crap that we don't want, we don't care for or even need. The door remains open for your convenience. No. For the money belts of the corporate executives.
Well, it's a good way to close it out. And we'll go ahead and promote what's going on with you this week.
I was taking a big old breath from that rant. Sorry.
I know that was a good one, man.
Lately I've been on a roll with my rants. You have
that monologue earlier, and then that one. That
one was right off the top of my head too.
If you want to clip something, or maybe we should just clip that ourselves.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm probably going to end up taking a little bit of what we talked about. And when I do the video essay, I'm probably going to be clipping this entire episode of some of the things you had to say and some of the things I had to say for the video essay that I want to make. And I've been trying to make for a while. Yeah. Regarding what I'm doing this week, Friday morning, I'm hoping to do an episode of A Morning Dive and a Coffee. My Wednesday show, unfortunately, everybody canceled out on me because of different reasons. So we didn't do A Morning Dive and a Coffee on Wednesday. I'm hoping to do A Morning Dive and a Coffee on Friday, but we will be doing Morning Dive and a Coffee.
Wednesday, right?
Yeah. Yesterday. Whatever yesterday was. I was supposed to do
Tuesday. No, you did your show yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to do the show today. I was supposed to do the show this morning. Sorry.
See how fried our brains are?
fried our brains are. I was supposed to do a show this morning, but everybody canceled out on me because of the topic, or because they had family obligations, or because they thought that I was doing a show at 11 o'clock at night and not 11 o'clock in the morning. So all these things ended weird. So now I'm trying to plan my Friday show, but Friday Morning Dive and a Coffee, if I do have a show. But one thing's for certain, we will have a Morning Dive and a Coffee every Tuesday with my Tuesday host, my Tuesday co-host, Dollar Bin Dan. If you haven't had a chance to see it, I recently redid the opening credits for that to include Dollar Bin Dan in the theme song, and also some new graphics and audio. On Thursday,
I really wish that he was able to do more stuff in the evenings.
he got family.
I know. He's a cool
He's
guy.
one of those lucky ones who has family.
I know. He actually has a life and a wife that loves him, and yeah.
And on Thursdays, you can find me with Mr. DJ Longhair on the MTG Roundtable, where we talk about Magic the Gathering news, Magic the Gathering gossip, Magic the Gathering stuff. And I believe we might be talking about, yet once again, the horrible Star Trek Magic the Gathering release that just came out. Poor art, bad art, not a big fan, but we'll be talking about all of that on Thursday. Join us at 8 Eastern on DJ Longhair's channel for the MTG Roundtable. And then Friday nights, right now it's on hiatus, but we're hoping that Friday nights coming soon, we're going to be able to get my boy, the one, the only King Style back into action, hopefully soon. Please, we're looking for donations to be able to send out a microphone. If you can afford to spare up to $20 to get King his microphones shipped to him, that would be awesome. Every 20 cents counts to get to that $20, but we do need to get him a microphone. I'm even
getting to the point where I'm playing these like games to make like $1 every day or something when I have extra time.
Yeah, these games, anything you can do to help bring in money. DJ Longhair just told me what we're talking about on Thursday, by the way, for the MTG Roundtable.
Yeah,
it is going to be Hobbit spoilers. So join us on Thursday for Hobbit spoilers. There you go. The Hobbit deck, which will be coming out, spoilers on that. Check it out on Thursday. Like I said, we got to get my boy King Style back into action. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm with this lovely man right here.
This guy? This guy? You call him a lovely man? All right. Well, thanks. Tomorrow night is my night off. I have work early in the morning on Friday, so I just work on my videos as much as I can, and I'll be doing a Friday show on the Doomsday and Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer and leaks that we were going to do yesterday, but had internet complications. So I hope that you'll join us for that. And then Friday or Saturday night is our night where we'll be talking about how movies predicted the future, and talking about the movies that inspired certain science and certain ideas and stuff like that. So other than that, I think we'll probably be doing a Riff Tracks movie. We might do Samurai Cop. We might do Birdemic or something fun, like really crazy, like just a really bad, funny movie on Sunday nights. And I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you all for being here and supporting the channel. As you know, that you can go to Teespring and check out the Preserve, Collect, Own, Preserve Physical Media Forever shirts and other mugs, stickers, and stuff like that. You can go to teespring.com. It's in my description below. There's many ways that you can help support the channel. You can click the PayPal QR code right here and help to send money to help keep my channel alive, keep food in my belly, keep the lights on, keep the internet on, keep the channel alive, or make sure if you do send money to get King his microphone, make sure to put it in the comments so that I will put that money aside for that especially. And yeah, help save the channel. You can make this possible because You are the ones that keep this channel alive, viewers like you. And here's how you can help. You can become a member, join the dig team, the analog archaeologists, share the streams and videos, spread the word to everybody, gift memberships to as many people as you can, give the gift of the nerd, shop at the merch shop, for, like I just said, the Teespring store. And together we can keep the lore alive. Thank you, all you analog anomaly archaeologists. Subscribe to YouTube and Rumble. The dig never ends, everybody. And as far as that goes, yeah, until next transmission, everybody, preserve the lore, because the dig never ends. And we're just getting started here, man. So you got to come back and see what's going on this week. Have a good night. Love y'all. Peace.